such an asshole.
Cappy has high cholesterol. No, he does not want your opinion on it. I don't care. If you are in better shape than me, then thou may speak. But I do not need to hear the actually. Actually, if your name is Dennis McGon, I'll listen to you. Otherwise, I don't want to hear it. And so I am on a statin because I'm going to err on the side of caution that a clogged heart is a bad thing, and whatever minor side effects that comes with having a statin, which I've yet to experience after 2-3 years of this. I haven't experienced any. So we're gonna stick with my path because I want to live as long as possible. Oh my God, did you know statins make your toenails curly? Not me. Perfectly fine, thank you. So I have to go to the pharmacy, and I don't care. I take a generic statin. It should be affordable, the universe, it's round. I don't care where I get it. It's like gas. I don't care. And something as simple as a generic drug, I go into a pharmacy. It's that price. It's affordable, right? First couple times I've done it. And it should be no fucking different than just going and getting, a gallon of milk, a pack of gum. Yeah, you got to get a subscription. You got a prescription from a medical person. I have that. I got a guy. And I go in and give them the thing, and then I got my permission slip to get my statin. They gave me my statin because statin abuse is so huge among them. I think that lasted a whole half a year before the fuckery began. Because then all of a sudden I got the prescription, and then I went to the Vegas pharmacy. I think this is CVS. And the price jacked up. I said, what the fuck is this? I said, no, I'm not paying that. And then the weirdest thing happened. Oh, all right. They gave you the discount. So I don't know. Maybe you guys could try it. It looks like they want to fuck you in the ass right off the bat. And then you say, no. Like, okay, just kidding. Like Discount Tire, I'll mention Discount Tire. Discount Tire will they will steal money from you. Adding this insurance, you've never asked for a tire. It's like, no, your tire has a warranty. If there's something wrong with the tire, you're fixing it for free, motherfuckers. I'm not paying tire insurance. Well, okay. We'll take it off. Oopsie. It's just a phase I was going through stealing from you, thus spake Discount Tire. And because I was like, well, okay, you can keep my prescription. You can deal with that shit. You can deal with the $25 of labor you have to. Because I'm sure you can't just throw it out, right? Right. Once it's touched, I'm sure there's a process because nothing is simple in corporate America. I'm sure you have an overcomplicated bureaucratic process for getting rid of drugs that people don't pick up. You said, that'll be $773. And they said, no. I'll go shop somewhere else. I'll look for it somewhere else. All the dumb liberal white women just pay extra because they don't pay for anything. So we thought you do. You wouldn't question it. So now I got to go through that. And now what's great is that both Walgreens and because this Walgreens did it to me too. So I got established track record. Now I'm like, no, I paid that price. See how I paid that price? Why? So now I could say, what price did I pay before? Okay, give me that price. Which already now you're trying to fuck over your customer. We're playing a game, right? People aren't busy. People aren't stressed. We don't have important things to worry about. No, we get to play it's like haggling. Why am I haggling with some street vendor called Walgreens? They're trying to go based on relative and shitification, right? It's no different than dating. Well, okay, she's thin, so she can act like an insufferable bitch when you're married to her, right? And then relatively, she's pretty. She doesn't have other men's kids. So that allows her to act like a complete dick And corporations, including Walgreens, are like, well, everyone else is acting like an asshole. Why don't we? No, there's an objective standard where, I don't know, can we go back to 1985? Here's my prescription. Here's the drugs. Thank you very much for your business, sir, madam. Thank you. Pleasure doing business with. I can print off the fucking U.S. Constitution, a bag, a staple, and this and that. I'm like, dude, my bottle is this big, and there's paperwork in a bag this big that comes with it all. I just throw that shit in the garbage. I just need this, man. I just need this. So already they're starting to piss me off with price gouging. And that's what it is. Stealing, thieving, lying. And it's not even the fact that I got to pay more, which I don't because I'll just refuse to pay. It's the fact I got to go through this bullshit. Buying fucking drugs, right? Legal drugs. How boring, how mundane. I got to haggle with you. So then in Vegas, see, now I start getting smart, start getting hip to the jive. I tell my medical agent in the field, I'm like, what is the longest amount of prescriptions? Because they used to just give you a month and you had to go in every month. This became a pain in the ass. I said, what's the longest you could give me? She says, I can give you 90 days. Give me the 90 days. So I'd have to do this horse and pony show like I'm negotiating with some kind of carny about popcorn being sold at a circus. So this happened in Vegas 3 months ago. I go into the Walgreens. I say, I need you got the prescription. It's called in prescription under Aaron Clary. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's when I got there 3 times later. I got a prescription called in. It's at the Walgreens by my gym, at the gym where there are not the girls. I said, I will stop at the Walgreens because I like to save time, right? It's a 20-minute drive to the Walgreens round trip, right? Who doesn't like to save 20 minutes of time, right? We're all very busy. We got debts, we got mortgages, we got kids to feed, we got cars to pay, we got wives' student loans to pay off. You know, maybe I'd like an extra 20. I don't even have kids. Maybe I'd like an extra 20 minutes with my kids if I were to have kids. So it's the gym, it's the daytime, it's lunch hour, right? Maybe people on their lunch hour like to go and run some errands, so they might be able to enjoy time with their children. Things shut down, like they got one of them metal rolling down security cages just shut down. And there's the written, of course it's written, of course. Due to staffing shortages, our burger joint is shut down. Walgreens is closed from the hours of noon to I think it was 1:30 or 2. It was at least an hour and a half, maybe 2 full fucking hours for a lunch break for our staff. I'm like, what? An hour and a half, 2-hour lunch break? What? You need a lunch break, but don't you cover shifts? Don't you stagger your shifts so that you're open? If you're going to take a lunch break, why not 11 to noon or 1 to 2? So you can handle that lunch rush. Oh, no. Oh, no. What you see, that would be like a 107 IQ decision. And we here are 98 IQ at Walgreens or Walgreens corporate. So then I'm on my way home. Now I know there's another Walgreens kind of around the way to get back to the Southern Command. Now I've already wasted about 5 minutes to get to the Walgreens. I know this seems petty, but it's not. This is not petty. You only have 8 hours a day to yourself when you factor in the fact you have to sleep, you have to work. 2/3, 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work, probably more when you factor in commute. But I'm going to be generous to say you have 1/3 of your live time to yourself. And when you're wasting time going here, going there, you get the wrong thing. You get the wrong product. It's Chinese shit. It breaks. You go to the gas, like Sinclair. I'm going to tell you right now, don't bother going to Sinclair gas station. You don't have gas at Sinclair gas station. Oh, maybe it's there, but good luck getting one of the pumps to work. Your credit card doesn't work because the credit card had a little beef with whatever. The amount of time that is just nickeled and dimed away from you, all of a sudden you are wasting easily 25% of your free time. You're wasting about 2 hours a day with fuckery. Pure corporate incompetence fuckery. So 5 minutes wasted driving, 5 minutes walking in. What the fuck is this shit? Looking at the closed thing. 5 minutes walking back to my car. 2 minutes looking up. Oh, I got to 5, 10 more minutes going to the other Walgreens. Guess what? Same fucking thing. It's not specific. It's corporate wide. So I remembered this when I came. So after a while, I go back where the Walgreens pharmacy was kindly open to help us poors, us commoners, us lay people. Thank you, sir. May I have a thank you for being open, Walgreens. So I go back. I get my 90-day prescription. They tried the fucking, that'll be $127. I'm like, no, it won't be. What did I pay before? Okay. And they grab the thing and they run the thing. Oh, yeah, it's like 60 or 50 bucks or whatever it is. It's like, yeah, that's what I thought it was. So the 90 days is up. Now I'm in the Northern Command. I have my medical agent in the field calling my prescription to the Walgreens. I go at 11, knowing that you precious Walgreens people or your corporate masters who are fuckwits, you have your 2-hour, 3-hour, 18-hour mandatory lunch break where you go and eat dolphin or whatever the fuck it is you do with a 2-hour lunch break. I get there and that metal gate is down again. I'm like, what the fuck? It's 11:10. And I get there, due to staffing shortages, only our drive-thru is open. Fuck you. Fuck you. This is where I'll also talk about Walgreens. So Walgreens, they sell supplements, right? And I take vitamin D supplements. I was short on vitamin D. So I went, it was something like $50 a bottle. Yeah, Walgreens, now I'll steal from you. Me, a 50-year-old man who has no criminal record. Like if and this happened now, Great One does this. Great One goes and he gets stuff at the grocery store. There's the scanning Pete. There it is. Beep. We cannot register that. Something is wrong, right? Like you try to scan, you're trying to pay, right? You're trying to pay, but they fucked up. And he's like, oh, you're not recognizing the grapes? Okay, I guess I get free grapes. And I'm at that stage too. You know, I ain't gonna like go steal $10,000. I'm not gonna put a gun to your head and give me all the money. But if I'm scanning, I don't know, a bottle of shampoo, and it does not register. I guess it's a free bottle of shampoo. Fuck you. Stop wasting my fucking time. And I'm like, $50 for a bottle of vitamin D? Fuck you. No. Fuck you. You're just a gouge. You're just a gouge. Look, I understand convenience stores. You're paying for the convenience. But when you're gouging people, get the fuck out of here. And now I got to go through the drive-thru? So I already knew what was going to happen. I grab, my little bottle. And, so they can, here it is. This is what I need more of. I hop in my truck and I back out so I could see where the drive-thru, because I know where the drive-thru is. Oh, yeah, fucking line. I'm like, nope. I get, and now we're going to go to the black market. Now go to the underground economy. I am literally, I'm doing the math in my head. Already I have wasted probably 2 hours fucking around with Walgreens because you cannot make it a 1985 simple transaction. So now I do the math like, okay, if it's going to be half an hour of my time wasted, well, let's do the math on it now. You guys want to do the math on it now? And this is where you corporations just really just shut down. Walgreens, just shut the fuck down. Shut down you don't offer pharmacy services. You offer a shitty horse and pony show. I do this, and you got to look at long-term, lifetime customer relationship. I'm not going to buy statins once. I'm going to buy them probably for the rest of my life. So let's say it's going to take me with waiting. It's an hour every quarter, right? So that's 4 hours a year. I am 50 I'm gonna live, let's say, I'm gonna give myself 85 years. So 35 years times 35. That is 140 hours of my life that I get to go and waste getting something that in all seriousness should just show up at my door at a like one of the few regularly scheduled um subscription service. This I could be a subscription service, but I'm not going to go with a subscription service because then I can't then I got to call Herkadurkadur over in Dukadukadu who doesn't speak English to cancel it, and you're not going to cancel it, right? So that's a separate issue. This if I could trust you, if I had trusted corporations, we could have this lifetime relationship. You could get all of my future statin purchase profits. All. You just had to not fuck me in my ass. So that's 140 hours. Oh, well, let's divide how many well, what would it be? 16. Divided by 16 because you got to sleep. I just want to see how many days. That's 9 days. 9 days of awake time, not necessarily labor. So in 9 days, because I got to sleep, right? Could I not just go down to Mexico, buy a lifetime supply of statins? They're only that big. I get my buck. Mexico, listen to me. All you got, and they have these on the border towns. They have pharmacies. You just go there, you buy it, and you come back. Bucket O statins, right? What's the shelf life on statins? We're going to use AI, typically 1 to 5 years from the time once a pharmacy just may be given a beyond use date. It says that medication may remain put in for longer. Stored 24 months. Many drugs retain 90% of the potency for at least 5 years. Here's one study showed that 90% were safe and effective as long as 15 years, right? So I could take my chances, right? If I do some blood work. I go down to Mexico. Yeah, in their hand, there's a guy with a big sombrero. Okay, right? It's going to be all stereotypical. Big mustache. Like who was his name? The rebel. They had Telly Savalas playing, even though Telly Savalas was Greek. I forget the name of the guy. Revolution thing back then. All right. And he's like, here's your bucket o statin, senor. Thank you, Pablo. And I go back. Right. And I'm done. How long would it take me to do 3 trips? Right? I could make it there and back, there and back, there and back. Let's say commonly I'm in Phoenix. I don't want to go down, to Yuma, across the town there where there's a bunch of dental thing. Get my dental work done, right? Will you factor in the dental? Well, I'm going to get my cleaning done in Mexico while I go get my bucket o statins. If you do it right, it is easier and cheaper for me to fly to a foreign country, do all my medical shopping, get my dental work done, maybe have a good old time in whatever border town might be there, drive back, get a nice little road trip, visit my buddies in Phoenix, San Diego. I got some friends in San Diego. Visit my buddies in San Diego, hop over to Tijuana. I'd rather do that. Or I'm sure if I went online, and maybe you guys, really, in the comment section, is there a website? I know that you could go to GoodRx and all that, and that's my next step because it looks like there's way better prices. So we have a above board, legal, not questionable way to get prescription drugs online. It looks like it's way cheaper than what they try to do to you at Walgreens. Right? But do you guys have a place where I could just go buy? I don't want the fucking prescription, right? I don't want to have to go through that process. Is there a way? Like Pirate Bay or whatever it was called, or the Silk Road. I'm not kidding. Every time now I got to go because a bunch of liberal white Karens say, you can't just take statins because that's not approved. Yeah, fuck you. I'm in the market for some back alley deals to some statins. They may not work. They may be yeah, you know what? So's the poison of the stress and the cortisol dump I get every time I got to go deal with a fucking pharmacy. You got your wife. She's nagging you, fucking bothering you, getting fat. I'm going to go get a prostitute. Oh, they might get an STD. Better than you. I mean, kind of. Now, so far, this seems to be a pretty good market solution. There are online drugs, but I'm going to tell you guys this right now, because when you get older, right, you're going to get older. And then different things you're going to need, right? Oh, you got high cholesterol, high salt, whatever it is. You're going to have issues. And you might need a pharmacy. Guys, start now. Do not go to the physical pharmacist. Right? Just like I tell you, go get, right? One of the best things you should do is buy yourself a set of automotive tools or general tools in general and learn to work on your car. Right? You want to avoid the mechanics as much as you want to avoid worthless degrees or Walgreens pharmacy, because it's just fuckery. It's pure fuckery. And so in the future, just save yourself, right? We're talking, what was it, 150 hours of my life dealing with one prescription at Walgreens. One. That's a prescription, one prescription. How much other shit do you need to run in your life? Like, you got to get tape. When I went to undo the plug for the rear differential on the car, some needle dick had put it on an impact wrench, and I stripped. It's not like I didn't have the strength. I stripped the fucking metal socket wrench extender. I stripped it, 2 of them, and one got stuck. It stripped inside the socket. I'm like, okay. You're going to waste, when you add up the corporate malfeasance and fuckery and the enshittification, it is going to pay you tremendous dividends in the future. One, to be a minimalist, so you don't need to deal with the less shit you have, the less you have to deal with. But you're going to have to deal with them, but deal with them as efficiently and removed as possible. Right? I want to go hiking in Montana. Cappy going to go hike in Montana this week. I got to go online. I got to go contact my medical agent in the field. I say, can you send the prescription to GoodRx? It shouldn't, like, right after you get older, shouldn't certain things just be on autopilot, right? But you corporations keep fucking with people. We're always, right? Let's go back to the marriage analogy, which you should begin realistic marriage, all right? You should find that one person that doesn't make it a total pain in the ass to be with, right? To happiness till death do you part. No, what do you got to do? You got to date 1 million people. You want to get laid. You want some intimacy. You want maybe someone to go on a date with of the opposite sex, right? It would be a lot easier if you found one and it lasted till death do you part. No, we got to get three spouses. You got to date 1 billion people. And it just takes more time and more time and more time. And this directly lowers your standard of living because you're wasting all your repairs, right? I was watching this, I think Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, same thing. They have plastic oil pans with plastic oil plugs. Are you fucking joking me? Are you kidding me? Brand new car. Why do I have to spend all my time on a brand new car fixing it? Why do I have to forget fixing the actual car? Why do we have to waste our time troubleshooting the software of a car? No. And so I'm using Walgreens to help you kids out, young people, maybe old people too. You have to play so much defense. You have to be so cynical. And you have to go and quickly find if you can find a lifetime relationship with any kind of company because they provide a good service at a fair price, keep it. Because not only is it a good product at a fair price, you don't have to go search again, right? You don't have to find another wife or another husband. I don't have to set up another username and password because my cell phone company keeps fucking me over. And it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I know you're all focused on taxes and inflation and immigrants and Democrats or whatever in terms of your standards of living in the welfare state. But by God, we're talking a non-financial thing that would tremendously increase everyone's standards of living if you corporations would just stop fucking around. I know it's boring. A good product at a fair price. Very boring. By the way, maybe you ought to pay some fair wages so you don't have turnover and people aren't stealing from you. And then like you're efficient. I bet you, Walgreens, if you paid more, your pharmacist would be there. I bet you wouldn't have a labor shortage. In the meantime, in this one of 1,000 things you're going to have to do, it starts today, right? I know it's boring, but let's start with Walgreens. Fuck Walgreens. And I'm sure fuck CVS too. But definitely Walgreens. You don't have the time to shop at Walgreens. You don't have time to go to Perkins, where they don't have French silk pie. By the way, they closed one in Rapid City. Wow! What are the chances, man? You don't have time to go sit in a line at Perkins for half an hour to be sat down later to find out they don't have French silk pie. You don't have time to be stuck in the drive-thru on a hot summer day in a truck that has no air conditioning. You don't have time for that for an hour. You don't have time. You don't have the money, especially if you're younger, to go into a dental office and have these private equity owned dental offices lie to you and say you and your children need all this work when you don't. You do not have the time for that. And so it's going to be a long journey, but I would say, especially when it comes to pharmacy, go with one of these online pharmacies. Don't even waste your time. By the time you go into Walgreens and there's a 7 out of 8 chance they're not open, or there's a line, or there's some fuckery, you could have gone and found yourself a lifetime, hopefully, relationship with an alternative pharmacist that is going to play the fuck around game. And for those of you at Walgreens, seriously, go fuck yourselves. No. If I'm desperate, I might one of these days, just a naughty thing, especially if I'm in California, I might just get myself a free bottle of vitamin D. I think I might do that. I think I might just go through and scan some. Oops, did I forget to scan that? Oh, that's just too bad. That's just too bad. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't notice. Oh, how about that? I have no criminal record. Yeah, it was a mistake. Yeah, you're right. Although they probably pay their employees so little that no one, they wouldn't care. They'd be like, I don't care. Link below. By the way, buying shit online. Don't bother going physically places. Afford yourself the standard of living of just doing all your shopping online. And that's why I have my Amazon affiliate link below. And I don't really have the link below. I have a link to my website called assholeconsulting.com/Amazon. And then it links to the Amazon link. If you go there using your computer, not the app on your phone, your computer, like a boomer would, and do all of your Amazon shopping through that link, that would be great. All you have to do is click on that link. It takes you to Amazon. There's a little URL. You either can log in at that moment or shop. It doesn't matter. As long as you click on that link. And then all the stuff you buy, I roughly get a 5% commission and cut. You don't pay anything extra. That way you don't have to do super chats, and YouTube plays with the algorithm, blah, blah, blah. I get my commission and cut. I'd appreciate if you did all your Amazon shopping through that. And I'm giving, as an economist, I'm telling you right now, more serious matter aside from just me selling my shit. If you do the math, unless you're like a family, you're buying in bulk, but if you do the math, if you factor in time wasted, gas wasted, lost opportunity, and the fact that 1 out of 4 times they don't have what you're looking for, dude, it is in your financial best interest to do all your shopping online. You don't have to do Amazon, but Walmart, wherever it is. I'm a big, I'm like, I'm not paying for shipping and handling. I'm like, you're paying for it, driving out there and wasting your time, only find they don't have it. I think that is one of the first things young people or people who are just finally kind of getting a little bit of stability, that is a standard of living the average person can afford. We're like, no, I don't shop physically unless I absolutely have to. Like, I got to touch it, like, meat. Probably shouldn't buy your meat online. Oh, you probably can't. Don't, just save yourself the trip. Spend the extra, just go online, spend the 5-10 minutes ordering whatever you need, and then spend the remaining 55 minutes with your kids or playing video games or having sex, right? Literally anything else. Dramatic increase in your standard of living. A lot less. My cortisol went down. My blood pressure actually is down, and in no small part to like, no, I'm not going out there dealing with them. Oh, yeah, here, Uncle Hecker, I've spent 71 of the last 365 days in my local hospital. You would not believe the level of incompetence and malfeasance going on here. It's truly disgusting. People deserve to be in prison for it. Yeah, there, no kidding, Frank. Yeah. But anyway, yes, and this is gonna be a larger point. I'm gonna make a video here later in a second. But yes, it's wait, bullish hymns and Amazon, huh? The amount of incompetence that people all over have, the less number of people in the process, the better. And Amazon has the least number of people in the process. So I'd recommend you go there. All right, let's go to the super chats. Ask Bucket. Uncle Hector, hope you're healing up better. $5. But did they ask you for your rewards or email or phone number? I know. No, dude, no. I had issues with CVS not being open when they said they were. They all suck. Yeah. Would you like it? Do you have your patch? Like, give me the. No, I don't want to round up. No, I'm not a military veteran or service person. No, I'm not this. No. Give me the fucking product. Just gonna ask you some questions. Gonna ask you some questions. Gonna ask you some questions. Uber noob, $5. If you quoted me for a video responses, email the same price. Trying to keep some stuff on the down low. Yeah, email is the same price, maybe even a little cheaper, depending on the complexity and length of your request. Ass bucket, $2. Dude, bro, Walgreens did they? No, I thought they're publicly traded firms. Oh, it is. Oh, ass bucket. I always thought Walgreens was a private equity firm. I'm sorry, it was a publicly traded firm, and it was. Now they're private equity. When did that? They make March 2025. Private equity firm Sycamore Partners. You guys could go fuck yourselves. Completed August 28th, 2025. Oh, well, they were already going to shit beforehand, right? My problems with Walgreens was before this. But now it's just gonna it's you're saying it's gonna get worse. So what's gonna happen when I walk into Walgreens? You take a baseball bat and hit me in my nuts? How do you make it worse? Are you gonna hire exclusively fat women with nose piercings and tattoos on them? What are we doing here, gang? What is a Sycamore? Oh, totally fuck Walgreens then. Totally fuck Walgreens. Real old $2. Big Mike has a lifetime supply of vitamin D for Cappy. Uber noob, $2. The National Health Survey says smokers save taxpayers money because they expire sooner. We currently tax smoking because it's bad. Should we subsidize it since it saves money? We should get rid of all publicly funded health care. And you all are on your own. And you can be responsible for yourselves. Cynic in Chief, $2. I'm surprised you don't get your meds from Amazon. I could. I did a little bit of shopping online when I was at the gym, and I found out that there's a couple websites that are cheaper. So in addition to changing my usernames and passwords, because corpos can't fucking keep the shit together, I get to go online, order a prescription online. Maybe get delivered, maybe it don't. We don't know. Daniel Nolan, 10 generous dollars. Pharmacies take a loss on discounts, Medicare, Medicaid, and military insurance. The margins are low, and there are days to weeks where the costs do not outweigh the. Well, then stop offering it. Then shut down the pharmacy, right? Or I don't know, corpos. Maybe you could say, go to Congress, say, look, here's the problem. This gets like right now. I'm watching the oil companies, the oil refineries take a very timid approach to California. If I was the president or CEO of Valero and whatever the other one is, I'd walk right up at the governor and be like, you're doing this fucking shit or we're leaving. And you're never doing this shit again. Fuck you. Goodbye. We're on our way out. We talked to their people at Oxygen. Like, no, shut it down now. Get the fuck out of here. Go up to Congress, say, we're not doing this anymore. Because here's the thing. It's the veneer of potential. I did a video on that. The veneer of potential. Like, well, yeah, we got a pharmacy. No, you don't. No, Walgreens, you don't have a pharmacy. You don't. You have a roulette table where maybe I'll get drugs that day. I don't know. Maybe you get a seat, maybe you don't. Well, you're on a restaurant. No, you run a roulette table that if I win, the prize is I get to sit down and have the least amount of inconvenience in my life. All right, that's it. Questions, answers, asshole consulting. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.